So the OnePlus One launch event has officially come and gone, and we got to see for the first time what the phone is that this company has been teasing for months. So I went on over to Beijing, China, and I'm very privileged and proud to say that I brought you the first look at this very intriguing phone. So what now? Well, I'm waiting for the review units from OnePlus themselves, but until then, which is probably at least a few weeks from now, I wanted to revisit the phone one last time so that you could see what we think is very exciting about this upcoming phone. So it's Josh Vergara from Android Authority. What's going on, everybody? And these are 5 of the top features that the OnePlus One is bringing to the smartphone game. And of course, one of the first things that we'll talk about is probably the first thing you'll see when you look at the device and also put it into your hand, and it's the first thing you'll feel, and that's the build quality. We are working with a 5.5-inch device here that does make it bigger than most of the ones we see out there, but even for its size, it does feel pretty accessible. It almost feels like a bit of a Galaxy Note 3 in that regard, because the Galaxy Note 3 is one of those phones that the more you keep using it, the more it starts to feel normal, and that is definitely what I felt with the OnePlus One. But it was also helped by the fact that the back is tapered, so it's not necessarily thick the whole way around on the back, making it so that that curve allows the phone to sit very nicely in your hand. However, the back cover, especially on the white version that I was able to test out, was made of the quote-unquote baby skin material that was presented at the launch event that was created by a company called Cashew, and that made for a very nice feeling and also very sturdy material on the back that not only made it not fingerprint prone, but also was not of a soft touch plastic. It's somewhere in the middle. It's like a hard plastic that actually feels very smooth and gives it a nice sort of distinctive feel compared to other devices. But the build quality doesn't really stop there because the back cover is removable. It is a little bit tougher to get off because you have to take the SIM tray out first and then sort of get the little clip to come up from there, and then you can unclip from around the device. But the back cover is removable, and that means that it is also replaceable. One of the big points that was made at the presentation is that you're going to get a bunch of different covers that all may come in, this isn't confirmed, but they may come in at around the $20 US price point, which is a great price to be able to change the look of your phone. Now that goes from wooden options like bamboo to even Kevlar to the white that you already saw to the black that you'll see in the 349 64GB edition, but also a denim option. Now I wasn't able to, no one really was able to see the denim option in real life. Obviously, we only saw a render, but what I was told by our friends over at OnePlus was that the denim material actually feels really nice, and they're really excited to see what everyone says about it. All right, and it's time to get underneath the hood, and of course, one of the big draws of this phone is the fact that it is, even at its price point, which we'll get to later, sporting the fastest possible processing package that is available currently today, and that is the Snapdragon 801 clocked in at 2.5 GHz with the Adreno 330 and also 3 GB of RAM, which isn't always that common in the flagship game. But in the OnePlus One, you get those specifications and you get the power that you need that powers the CyanogenMod 11S that should provide one of the smoothest and best experiences on a smartphone, because there are a lot of fans of CyanogenMod out there. They know exactly what to expect, and when you have all of the power behind this wonderful OS, well, you're going to get a really great experience. And as I have just mentioned in talking about the processing package, we also have CyanogenMod 11S. This is the version made by Cyanogen that isn't necessarily built from the ground up and brand new for the OnePlus One, but it is sort of the marker, as Steve Kondik said in our interview, to the future, the next generation of Cyanogen in terms of their image and also in terms of some of the functionality that they're looking to bring to the table. And the OnePlus One was a great place to start, apparently. And that is because CyanogenMod 11S brings the same customization and same power that you've come to expect from previous iterations, especially the most recent ones, with of course some additions made specifically for the phone itself, like the gestures on the turned off screen in order to get quickly into places like the camera, and of course other enhancements that we are looking forward to really testing, like the new theme engine that will allow you to get a new look on your CyanogenMod launcher, the Trebuchet, that you can really customize it to the way that you want it if you don't want that stock Android-like experience. But the stock Android-like experience is already pretty great, and if you've used CyanogenMod in the past, you know that you can change it to really what you want it to be with just options coming out the wazoo all over the operating system. And for our fifth and final reason why we are really excited, and I'm sure you are, about the OnePlus One, it should come as no surprise, it's the price. Obviously at $299, this is a phone that has really made a buzz in the smartphone game, and we're really excited to see just how this price point will play out in terms of sales in the West, especially because that's just a price point we have not seen in the smartphone game yet. In the past, the only phones that really made us really excited based upon its lowered prices were the Nexus 5 and the Nexus 4 before it. But in terms of the OnePlus One, $299 is perfect for an entry point into the Android game that is probably as good, if not better in some cases, or arguably, than some of the other flagships that are out there today. If you want just the bare core experience done probably at its very best with the likes of Cyanogen and also with the likes of the 13 megapixel camera on the back and also the 5.5 inch screen, then you probably can't look any further than the OnePlus One. And so there you have it for this final, semi-final look at the OnePlus One as we are waiting for our review unit to come in. I wanted to give you the 5 top reasons and also the 5 top features, in a way, of the OnePlus One that really get us excited about it. And I'm sure these are all reasons why you are probably excited, because you've been commenting all over our videos to talk more about the OnePlus One. So we just wanted to revisit it one last time to give you one last glimpse at it so you can get excited for a few weeks from now when we finally get our hands on our own review units. So stay tuned to Android Authority for all of the best coverage of the OnePlus One incoming in the next few weeks, but also for all of the other flagship devices that we have already been covering here at the channel. Don't forget to hit that like button, to hit that subscribe button, and then to hit up AndroidAuthority.com, because we are your source for all things Android.